Watching the evolution of electric cars is a lot like watching the evolution of fighter jets. The first generation of fighter jets, such as the Bell P-59 Air Accommodate, could travel at high subsonic speeds, but otherwise early fighter jets largely followed the design principles of piston engine fighters before it. If we break electric vehicles, EVs, into generations, the first typically followed the design principles of neighborhood electric vehicles such as the GEM, with quirky golf cart-like shapes and less than 80 miles of range. Like the supersonic and delta-winged second and third generation of fighter jets that followed, the second generation of EVs and onwards saw electric cars grow more assertive in design and ranges increase up to 99 miles. Some second-generation EVs, such as the 2017 BMW i3 range extender, REX, I've spent the past few weeks driving, are the beneficiaries of advancement in battery chemistry, upping their ranges above 100 miles per charge and into third-generation EV territory. Excuse the admittedly messy analogy, but electric cars such as the 2017 BMW i3 REX are the MiG-21s of the EV world. The second-generation Soviet fighter first flew in 1956, but it's evolved with the times. Later models upgraded to become third-generation fighters in their own right. MiG-21s still served in many air arms around the world. This is all a roundabout way of saying that despite 200-plus mile fourth-generation EVs such as the Chevrolet Bolt and Tesla Model S and X being on the road, third-gen electric cars such as the BMW i3 are still relevant today. The range-extended i3 such as the GigaWorld model I've been driving is arguably the most relevant of the bunch. Utilizing BMW's new for 2017 94-amp or 33 kilowatt-hours battery, which ups electric-only range from 72 miles to 97 miles, full electric i3's range increase from 81 to 114 miles, the i3 range extender supplements its battery pack, 170 horsepower and 184 pounds-feet electric motor, and 1-speed automatic transmission within 0.6-liter 38 horsepower i2 from the manufacturer's C600 scooter, and a 2.3-gallon fuel tank. Combined range is an EPA-estimated 180 miles. Although owners of European-spec i3 REX models can fire up the little scooter engine at will in a charge-sustaining hold mode, the engine's on you. S-spec i3 range extenders only fire up once the battery is completely drained. The engine has no mechanical connection to the rear drive wheels and functions purely an electrical generator, technically making the i3 a series hybrid rather than an ever plug-in hybrid such as the Chevrolet Bolt. Largely made up of carbon fiber and plastics mounted on an aluminum frame, the i3 exhibits the BMW i Division ideology for not only EVs but also for the future of cars. The i3's sneaker-like compact dimensions encompass a fashion-forward cabin largely made up of renewable materials including the hemp derivative door panels, fabric and leather seats made from recycled bottles and tanned with olive oil leaf extract, and the dash covered in gorgeous open-pore eucalyptus wood. It's all painfully hipster LA, but it works, because BMW gets the little stuff right too. The front seats are comfortable, with a high SUV-like driving position, and the car's large greenhouse giving the driver excellent visibility. The fold-flat back seats, accessed through suicide doors, are roomy enough to take 2 extra passengers on short around-town hops. The digital instrument cluster displays battery charge, gas tank level, and motor usage information efficiently and without overwhelming novice EV drivers, and the ADRIV infotainment system includes a range assistant to help navigate city streets in the most efficient way possible. Given its city-slicking and tree-hugging nature, the 2017 BMW i3 Rex was a bit out of its element at our test track. The i3 accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 7.0 seconds and needs 15.8 seconds to pass through the quarter mile at 84.7 miles per hour. Compared to our new loaded 2017 Chevrolet Bolt EV Premier long-termer, the i3 Rex is 0.7 seconds slower to 60 miles per hour and almost 1 second slower through the quarter mile. With 19-inch wheels wrapped in what are essentially bicycle tires. I kid, but this BMW's 155/60R19 front and 175/70R19 rear tires are super narrow. Braking and turning aren't the i3's forte. The 60 miles per hour braking test took the i3 125 feet, and the figure 8 took the i3 28.1 seconds at 0.61 grams average. Our 362-pound heavier Bolt needed 128 feet for the 60 miles per hour stop test and 27.4 seconds to complete the figure 8 at 0.63 grams. Back in its urban habitat, the BMW i3 shows its age a bit compared to some more technologically advanced EVs. Sure, around town it's quick off the line, and like the Tesla Model S, BMW's tune the i3 for one-pedal driving, so that easing off the throttle results into the Bimmer slowing down like a big slot car, but it's a one-trick pony. At freeway speeds, the ride quality deteriorates, and the quick steering rack and narrow tires make the i3 darty and uneasy. Highway driving has another downside too. It quickly eats into the i3 Rex's 180 miles of range. For those like me, whose daily commute is mostly on congested surface streets, EVs like the i3 are ideal. I'll typically go about 3 days or so of commuting and running errands before plugging into our office level 2 charger with around a dozen miles to spare. About 5 hours later, the battery is good to go another 97 miles.